Hey y'all, Crystal here. Today we're making the Crochet cowl, and this beautiful lacy cowl is made with number 4 medium worsted weight cotton yarn. You can use any kind of yarn, but you'll want to use the same weight yarn. Here I use Lion Brand's 24/7 cotton and a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm using my Odyssey from Furls. The finished size is 57 inches by 5 inches. I'm doing just a small sample here, about half the size, so that we can get everything on video for you. If you'd like to adjust the pattern, the stitch multiple is 12. Okay, to get started, we are going to work a chain of 264. For this half size one, I'm doing 108. Then you'll have the option to join your chain either with a twist or without. In the original I did a twist, and you just let the chain twist and you slip stitch it together like normal, and then you work it around and you don't try to untwist it or anything, you just go with it. This one I'm going to make sure I keep the chain straight. So to do that, I just find the top, the V of the chain, and I slide my thumb across it to make sure it's oriented all the way from where my hook is to my slip knot. And I match those ends up and making sure that the V, or the top of the chain, is up on both of these. I just slip stitch them together. Okay, so join your chains with the slip stitch, and then we're ready for round 1. We'll chain 3 to get started. That will count as our first double crochet. And then in that same spot, we're going to place another double crochet. It can be kind of tight to work into these chain spots. Then we'll chain 1 and place 2 more double crochets all back into the same stitch. Okay, so this here is called an iris stitch. It's 2 double crochets, a chain 1. Now we're going to chain 7, and then we will skip 11. For this beginning round, we are going to skip 11 chains. So we just count those. After you've counted off 11 to skip, you're going to place another iris stitch all in the next chain, which is 2 double crochets, a chain 1, and 2 double crochets back into that same spot. Okay, so this is what we're going to repeat around. We're going to chain another 7 and skip another 11 chains, and then place another iris stitch in the following chain. Again, the iris stitch is 2 double crochets, a chain 1, and 2 more double crochets all in the same spot. You'll just keep repeating that around for the entire length of round 1. Okay, when you get around to the end of the round, you're going to join your last 7 chains to the top of the 3rd chain from your chain 3 that you started round 1 with. You're going to join it with a slip stitch, and that will complete round 1. Okay, to start for round 2, we're going to slip stitch over to that chain 1 space we made so we can start there. Then we'll chain 3 for our first double crochet of the round. Place another double crochet back into that same spot and chain 1 and place 2 more double crochets back into that same spot as well. Now we'll chain 3, then we're going to skip 3 of the chains, and in the 4th chain we're going to place a single crochet. Then chain 3 again, skip the last 3 chains. Then we'll place an iris stitch in that chain 1 space, which is 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 double crochets, all back into the same spot. Then we'll keep repeating that around. Skip 3, chain 3, single crochet in the center chain, the 4th one, chain 3, skip 3, and place an iris stitch in the center chain 1. Once we get back around, we're going to join the last chain 3 you make with a slip stitch to the top of the 3rd chain. Then slip stitch over to the center chain 1 for round 3. Round 3 is a repeat of round 1. We're going to chain 3 and continue all in the same stitch to make another double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet all in that chain 1 space. Then we'll chain 7, skip 11, place 2 double crochets, a chain 1 and 2 double crochets all in the next chain space. And repeat that all the way around. After round 1 repeat, then it's time to do a round 2 repeat, and then you'll just keep repeating rounds 1 and 2. So for round 2, we slip stitch over to the chain 1 space, chain 3, which counts as our first stitch, double crochet back into the same chain space, chain 1, place 2 double crochet back into the same space. Then we'll chain 3, skip the double crochets and the 3 chains and single crochet in the 4th chain, chain 3, skip the remaining chains on the first 2 double crochets, place another iris stitch in the chain 1 space, which is the 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So you just repeat those 2 rounds until your scarf is as tall or wide as you want it, at least 8 rounds. We're going to finish off with one last round that will mimic our starting chain. So after you've joined that last round, you're going to put a single crochet in the chain 1 space and then chain 11. Skip everything and come over to the next iris stitch. Place a single crochet in that chain one space in the center there. So your final round will look like your first round and border your crosses. Again, you're going to have 4 sets of these or more or less depending on how you would like to do it. Chain 11, skip over to the next chain 1 space and single crochet in it. Just keep repeating that around. We'll slip stitch to the first single crochet and then cut our yarn and weave in our ends, and your lacy infinity scarf will be all done.